welcome back to another weekly Cloud Lunch and Learn session. This week we are joined by Nakib, who is joining us from Bangladesh. It's currently 11 p.m. Or 11 p.m. in Bangladesh. So thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate that. How are you today?
Yeah, thanks, Lisa. I'm very good. Obviously, though it's middle of the night, but I'm pretty much interested, and fantastic to join and share my knowledge with others and the community. Thanks for helping me and
Awesome.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you joining us all the way from Bangladesh, and we really appreciate the effort that you've put in. Really looking forward to your Azure Stack. I've got Azure Stack on the brain because I work with Azure Stack. Azure Site Recovery lightning talk. I'm really looking forward to that. So, hey to everyone who's joined us. I can see we've got a good number of viewers actually, which is awesome. Thanks for joining for another weekly Cloud Lunch and Learn session. Please do register to the QR code and link that you see on your screen. I will pop the link in chat as well. So let me just do that now. By doing this, you will show your love to the Cloud Lunch and Learn team, which we really appreciate, as well as get free access to Microsoft materials related to this Azure Site Recovery session. So it shows our sponsors, Microsoft, that people are attending and enjoying and getting value from our sessions, which is awesome. But then you also get free learning materials. And who doesn't love some free learning materials? Hi, Thomas. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Please drop in the chat where you're joining us from. So Nakib is joining us from Bangladesh, and I'm joining you from Dundee, Scotland. So let's see if we can fill out some cities in between. So yeah, please do share with where you're joining. I'm just going to leave this up for another couple of seconds. Get your phone out, scan the QR code, or go to the link in the chat to register for this event. We really appreciate it. Oh, we've got someone from Sundsvall, Sweden. So that's great. Thanks for sharing, Frederick. I love this part. I love to see who's joining. It's so great. I know that the world is not in the best place, but it's so great, this virtual sort of world where actually we can all come together. So we've got Selbridge in Ireland. Hi. We've got Montreal in Canada. We've got Portugal, and we have Bangladesh. This is brilliant. We've got someone in Dublin. Thanks, Thomas. Oh my God, we've got someone from Athens in Greece. I actually think that this might be the most Zimbabwe. I need to write all these down because I'm going to post about this later because I think this is just awesome. Okay, so I'm going to hand over now to Nakib so that he can share his knowledge on Azure Site Recovery. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat. If you just want to have a little bit of a chat in the chat, feel free to do that. But I'm going to leave the stage now and I'm going to hand over to Nakib. So Nakib, you take it away.
Sure. Thank you, Lisa. Thanks for having me here, and thanks for good introduction, and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining all over the world, those who are actually spending some time with me. So this is Nakib here. I'm going to share about not so much, but not so little bit as well, but I'm going to share about Azure Site Recovery. I think, and I also believe that most of you already have some knowledge or already familiar about that Azure Site Recovery, or familiar with this word, maybe I'm assuming. Though you already registered this session regarding site recovery, I am truly expecting that you are pretty much interested how this service or solution gonna work, and how the impact will come for your business as well as the throughout your IT procedure. Okay, so just let me share about myself here. That this is Nakib. Obviously, the session I am going to share about that availability on demand for business continuity, and which is in site recovery part. Obviously, I must say this is the disaster recovery recovery discussion as well as the backup policy. So I am a solution architect as well as the Microsoft certified trainer. So you can follow me on social media to Twitter. So I am feel free to get your question. If you ask me to stop, you can easily stop me. So it would be very much happier for me that you ask your question thoroughly. So though this session is mostly actually lightning talk, so don't hesitate to ask or stop me that what is the things you just said. I'm obviously share the information when you stop me, no problem. So before starting this, what is the site recovery is. So mainly the site recovery is obviously for your business continuity. Maintaining your service and solution is highly protected on cloud, or keeping your data secure. Okay, so in this session, within the short time, what I'll share that overview all the availability on demand, as well as the how to set up and protect and the Azure recovery to Azure. I'm not going to show because within the limited time it's not possible to setting up the whole procedure, but I'll show that how the things is coming and how you can choose and what is the available option you can pick and out for your work purpose. Okay, so what's actually coming when the site recovery we think so mainly the thing is obviously when you deploy your service or solution on premises, you obviously focus some things that that there might be redundancy, maintaining a UPS and server calling must be. If there is any uh, high performance issue, let's see, there might be a failover problem, you can easily pick that service and integrate to your another server, so that if your first server is get disastered, then you can easily run the things from another server, right? So that's how the actually the solution is come from, where you are assuming there might be happening something you don't even know. So there might be a electricity issue, there might be a disaster happen come to your building, let's see, we're assuming. Then how you can actually recover your data or serve your customer, right? So this is a very much mandatory thing you have to follow, or when you actually build your infrastructure, right? So so mainly coming to the causes and disaster happen. So when we go through that scenario, there is a 43% actually, most of the time, where we are assuming that the power failure issue. Okay, so there is a number of option. Obviously there might be happen, you don't even know, because obviously maintaining infrastructure using manpower, or without proper planning, that very much hard to maintain. So this graph actually showing me what is the main problem, or what's the causes can be happen to be occur disaster for your on premises. Okay, so how we can actually maintain that disaster, or how we can actually solve the problem. So obviously, so using cloud technology or cloud solution on the site recovery, where we can use multiple recovery portion, right, for your on premises. So let's say we can easily synchronize our on-premises server. It can be Hyper-V machine. It can be a physical server, VMware. Okay, so there could be a multiple solution can be happen. And most interesting thing is that using site recovery, we can also migrate our infrastructure solution to the cloud, which is that solution can be can be staying on the on premises VM. Let's say you have an application, but you don't even know how much secure you are, or is there any occurrence happened or not. So you are looking forward to moving your server to the cloud, so that you can easily feel free that I am secure, or delivering my services to customer properly without any downtime, right? That could be another scenario for your migration policy when you actually prepare. So obviously, coming to the recovery or DR thinking pattern. So we have to choose, we have to why we're actually choosing that DR or site recovery on Azure, because we are actually taking a frequent update what is actually happening to my on premises. Okay, so we can easily just taking the information from on-premises to cloud within and storing that data for a day, or maybe 2 or 3 days, based on my integration. So which is very much effective to keeping our data on cloud as secure as it is. And obviously, that if there is any occurrence happen on my own premises, we can run that from the solution on cloud with picking a recovery point. So moving to the next slide option, which is a business continuity challenge. So it's this slide actually showing me very clearly that what types of issue we face, and the protecting data, it's a very much sequential, which is protecting data. Too much data is often with insufficient protection, which is very absolutely right. That though in my personal experience, what I saw in Bangladesh here, that there is a number of contradictory, that when our customer actually seeing that Azure Site Recovery, there is two solution actually include in the site recovery option. One is backup as well as the site recovery part. So backup is totally different, and DR solution is another, and it's another part for that the site recovery. Okay, so when actually customers come to the cloud and see the how I can store my data, sometimes the customer actually mention that we need a backup solution on Azure, which will synchronize my data within frequently in a minute. Okay, so and we need to store my data, and we need to store my data, let's say 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. And if we think that I go back to the 2 months before data, I can easily pull out, but it's not possible because it's only integrate to the backup solution. So backup only take the three times data synchronization within your time. But DR solution, which is site recovery, is totally different. It can only keep your data for 1 day's default setting, but we can increase that to 73 hours based on the integration policy and path. Okay, so the thing is, we are seeing that what is actually coming right now, and progressing progressing rate throughout the year and year, right? So all the things and business continuity, if I share, all the things is actually moving to the cloud as well as the automated way, right? So if we are in if you we are using that on premises and integrating solution with actually integrating solution very hardly, but we are spending number of time on the maintaining the server, we're not focusing the solution. So this is actually helping us to focusing the solution, and how we can improve our solution for our customer, and gather a most effective business. Okay, so it's also help us to minimize the cost as well. So we don't even spend, or we don't need to spend actually the total infrastructure ready for the maintaining the issue, right? What we are actually doing that sorry. So what we are actually doing, we on the cloud, we can only defining the server, and that server actually just integrating to the cloud and synchronizing, sending the data to the cloud. If there is any happen or any disaster happen to my on premises, I can just pick and choose my site recovery part from cloud, and run that machine easily to the from the cloud. Okay, so which is very much effective for us as well as the customer who are actually thinking to keeping data very securely and maintain their business continuity. So moving forward, let me show you this is the seventh tab. Actually, I am feeling that how the disaster point of disaster segment actually working. Okay, so let me show you that in the if I come to the tier 0, that there is so there is no offsite DR plan. This example, I must say that let's see, just to go for the about let's say 7 decades ago. So what the actual infrastructure thinking, the pattern of the thinking was not actually that securing on all the data, as well as they are not focusing their stability and as the value they are actually creating. Okay, but throughout the decade, the automation is coming, as well as the industry are growing. That's why the more customer are focusing and maintaining their as well as securing their data with a zero downtime or a minimal downtime. Okay, so the thing is, actually, if I come to the main recovery point or the single step, how the things is actually work. Let's see, you just you just using the Azure Site Recovery service, and you are just enable this service for your Hyper-V machine. Okay, so you just suddenly you just got a disaster for your on premises, which is I'm mentioning this is the event. Obviously that you can be notified that your service is not up and running. So what comes next, that there you can see that actually recovery point operation. So how many recovery point you got? Okay, so there is you can synchronize your data. Let's say frequency can be 30 seconds, that can be 5 minutes, that can be so you can choose this types of frequency for synchronize your data. So if you ask me that how what is the data loss possibility. So let's say before actually happening your incident, that your disaster incident is happened, there was something actually who was inserting some data in between 5 minutes before synchronizing Microsoft Azure, right? So in that certain time of data, it can be lost. But obviously I must say, just 5 minutes losing data, it's not greater than the 5 hours data. Okay, so which is obviously helpful for you. So you can also get that RTO, so where you can actually easily start your machine from that last recovery point to Azure cloud. That's obviously help you to you know, so running your infrastructure properly and running your service properly on the cloud. So this is the things from Azure Site Recovery. So as per my sharing, so just let me show you a quick overview from Azure Cloud, where actually you can see how the cloud Azure Site Recovery actually looks like, and uh, what types of attachment or service integration you can easily add to your site recovery. Okay, so just I am sharing my another tab. So this is my Azure portal. So actually, I already shared that there is a conflict happened when someone come to the recovery part. There is a two service already included on that recovery option, right? So you just come to the portal and just write to the recovery. So this is the recovery site recovery vault. So here you can create your site recovery. So I already have two recovery created. Just for testing purpose, I am just showing you this recovery, actually what's the feature and what's the things is in the site recovery part. Okay, so in recovery service vault, you will see that the two option, one is backup and another is site recovery. So again, I'm saying you that this two option is totally different. So backup is work for keeping your data only from the cloud, or it could be integrate your virtual machine, file and storage share, all the things. Okay, and the site recovery is work for as like is disaster recovery, which is in DR drill. Okay, so DR option. So if we integrate this site recovery, let's see what you need to do. We just want to enable this site recovery, and when you come to this site recovery option, then we can see there is a multiple option way we can easily integrate here, which is the Azure virtual machine we can integrate. Okay, VMware virtual machine, VMware machine to on Azure and Hyper-V as well. And you see here is all the helpful link is also available. I believe you will get all the information and learning free learning option after this session. So don't waste your time. Just keep in focus and start your learning. Obviously, so we can enable and we can see all the simple step, and it will help us to deploy the things. Let's see, if I come to the Hyper-V option, I can use the prepare infrastructure, and it will help me. Actually, it will help you as well, that how you can go forward and what's the step you have to do. Okay, so you can start a deployment planner before implement your solution. If you don't need that and you are very much confident about your services, that it's no need to deployment planner, we can easily I know actually what I need to do, and I know I also know that my configuration and the service point already meet all the requirement, right? So I don't need this. Let's see, I'm just actually showing the things what is coming. Okay, so let's say I am using this option, and I can check my server and add my virtual Hyper-V sites as well. So the thing is, I need to I just want to go step by step from here. So I need to add from Hyper-V server. Before if you want to add this Hyper-V server, obviously you need to you have to download this this service vault, so that actually it will identify how many Hyper-V machine you have. So this is the simple step, and this is the step you have to follow. There is more will come when you go to step by step. So this will help you to understand how you can go forward. So currently for this is all from my end about short introduction about site recovery, how this will help you. So I am feel free to take your questions, so that maybe I can share more. And obviously in near future I will share a full practical demonstration as well. Obviously, Lisa, are you there?
Hi, I'm here. That was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love those kind of talks, the sort of quick lightning talks to give you an overview about a subject. That was really awesome. We don't have any questions in the chat. We have a few more people joined us from Bangladesh, so you obviously have some supporters there, which is awesome. Thanks to everyone who joined today. Please
Thank you.
remember
Thank you.
to scan the QR code and to register for this event to get yourself some free Microsoft Learning materials. And also, we've got a feedback form that we would love you to complete for this session. So I'm going to post that in the chat as well. It's just taking a little while to post for some reason, but let me try that again. Let me just pick the specific channel. So we've got viewers on YouTube, and we have viewers on Facebook. Oh, we've got a question in. So, what is your opinion for a small company, say with under 20 employees, instead of site recovery, are they better deploying their full system in Azure?
Okay, so for the small company, obviously you can choose Azure as well, because the thing is, it's not going to cut much money if you choose this site recovery and keeping your data secure, and obviously for your maintaining your business continuity, because you don't need to pay the machine, whole machine. You just need to pay the storage you are actually using for that, for your site recovery, and your instance you are actually adding to your site recovery. So it's obviously helpful for you as well, your company, for keeping your data secure on cloud.
Awesome. Thanks. If anyone else has any other questions, drop them in the chat now. And if not, we will let Nakib go because it's very, very late in the evening where you are.
No problem. Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks
It's
again for
very much fantastic. Yeah.
thanks again for making the effort to join us. We really, really appreciate it, and thanks for sharing your knowledge.
Thank you, Lisa. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining and obviously supporting us as well. And see you soon. And all the best.
Amazing. Thank you. See you later. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.